What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to do something I have never ever done before. We're going to look back at a particular product and see whether or not I've changed my mind about whether it's a good deal or not. We're going to talk about my lead gen secret in just a moment. Before we get to that, my name is Eric Hammer. I'm known as the man with a hat. That's because I wear a fedora pretty much everywhere that I go. I am actually one of the few people that can pull one successfully. Well, me and this guy. Now, if you are new to the channel, what I do here is two things. I review software and info products to make my online niche. Basically, I want to make sure that you don't end up buying a bunch of crap.
What a load of crappy crap.
Right, boy.
Bart, this is absolutely unacceptable. Go back to The Simpsons. Be a funny guy in The Simpsons. Please, stop bothering me. The guy is so annoying. He always complains. Same thing every single day. Now, the way things work here is that if I like a product, I'll give a tip of my hat to the product creator. If I don't, well, better luck next time. I also do a lot of videos here involving mindset and entrepreneurship.
He's an entrepreneur. He's very successful.
Thank you again, Liz Lemon. Actually, she really is a sweetheart. I love Liz Lemon. 30 Rock is off the air, but she's such a sweetheart. She can have her spot here as long as she likes. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, smash the subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I drop a new video, because frankly, subscribe means nothing here on YouTube anymore. Go ahead and like this video, comment down below, and let's get right into this. Okay, so we're back here in my lead gen secret for the second time on this channel. And so first of all, why am I even bothering to do another review?
Groundhog Day!
No, it's not Groundhog Day. Forget about it. There is a reason. And full disclosure, what happened was that after I canceled, I was offered a free month along with the master lead swipes, which, whatever. Anyway, bottom line, I was offered a free month of service with these guys, and they wanted me to test it out and see if I might see some improvement. It happened that they asked me just before the launch of my latest product, Boost Opt-in, and so I was kind of busy, didn't really have much time to deal with this. But I said, okay, well, that sounds interesting. And so I said, sure, give me a free month, why not? I don't mind. And they even, their support even sent emails for me while I was busy dealing with my launch. Now, so I want to show you, first of all, over here, let me pause the guy from speaking. So I did make some money off of my lead gen secret. I made about $155 so far in the past month. And to be perfectly honest, I wasn't mailing every single day because the first couple of weeks that I had this free month, I was busy with my launch. I really didn't have time. And the way it works, first of all, for those not familiar, I'm going to leave a card above this video of my original review, but basically the idea is like this. What they do is they give you 100 leads per day for a price of $30. And these are leads that are interested in biz op stuff. The thing is that they don't really know who you are. Basically, the way they get these leads is through what's called co-registration. And basically, what happens is that you go visit a given website and you give your information, and then they have this little checkbox at the bottom that says, would you like to get information from one of our partners? And somebody clicks yes, and then that lead gets sold to a million other places where they can go ahead and do this. And so they give you 100 leads per day, 3,000 leads per month, basically. If you have anybody upgraded, as I do, you can see here that I have people upgraded under me, you get 200 leads per day. So right now I am currently at, I believe, 8,400 leads, which is a lot, you know. Let's see if I can show you for sure here. 8,600 leads. So yeah, so I have um, a lot of leads. The thing is, they're not very good quality leads. That's the reality. The other reason I'm doing another video on this, besides the fact that they gave me the free month, I wanted to give them the fair shot. The other reason that I am doing this, I'm waiting for my picture to reappear. Looks like it's going slowly. There I am. So the other reason I'm doing this, besides that, is that I've seen a lot of discussion among some very well-known marketers who are really loving my lead gen secret, and some who say no, it's a piece of crap. And so wanted to see for myself, what's the story. So as I said, I made some money. So I can't say I didn't make any money off of this thing. I made more than it cost me. It cost me $60, and had I paid for this past month, I would have spent $90 altogether. Made $155. So I made a profit off of it. I can't say I didn't. Now here's the catch. Here's what really bothers me about it. Their statistics, as I said in my original review, the statistics simply don't make any sense. I'm sorry, they just don't. Okay, take a look at these statistics. They're claiming that we had a 13% open rate on this email, and 10% click through rate. Yeah, I don't buy it. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. First of all, those numbers sound really high. And second of all, my own personal experience when I imported leads into my own autoresponder, I imported about 2,200 leads in my autoresponder. I wasn't getting anywhere near these kind of open rates. Plus, I was getting a ton of spam complaints, like 30 spam complaints from 2,200 leads. So, yes, they're real people. It's not bots. Bots wouldn't be clicking spam. So we know that they're real people. But the open rates that they claim here, the click-through rates they claim here, I don't buy it. I just don't buy it. It doesn't seem logical to me. Now, the other thing was that I also tested it. For those who look at my original review, I tested this system with a Warrior Plus offer. I tested it with a YouTube video, and the claimed click rate was nothing at all like what actually happened in this over here. They basically, I saw 0 clicks coming from Warrior Plus, even though they claimed something like 100 clicks or something like that, some ridiculous number. And I tried it this time with a ClickBank offer, and again, the claimed clicks just were not there. So I take their numbers with a huge grain of salt, because it just is it's not real. Those numbers cannot be real because they don't make any sense. They're not logical. First of all, these leads, basically what they are ice cold leads. They don't know who you are at all, and so you're basically, it's kind of like throwing throwing things at a wall and seeing what sticks. You're basically just sending out these emails. Now, if you have enough leads, of course, you're going to make some sales, because even spammers. The reason that spammers still spam is because they do make sales if they send out enough emails. And when it costs very little to send out emails, you could afford to send out 1,000,000 emails, and so even if you only get 20 or 30 sales, if it costs you that very little to send out those emails, then it makes sense. And so that's pretty much the thing here. The only thing I've been able to make money off of these guys from was their own internal system. Now, the nice thing is that the money that you make is actually recurring income. So if we take a look over here at my commissions, you can see I have $155. I have 9 people that have been upgraded. If you get 5 people to sign up within a given week, you get a $100 bonus, which is a nice thing. And I also withdrew money because I wanted to see whether or not they were actually going to honor withdrawing the money. I take nothing for granted with something like this. And they have a downline system. Basically, the way it works can show you the downline system. Basically, everybody that you sign up, you get $5 for. People who they sign up, you get $4 for. People who they sign up, you get $3, and so on and so on and so forth through 5 different levels. It's basically multi-level marketing. And the system, basically what you're doing is selling the system. So that said, this is what I've done over the past month. Am I going to give a tip of my hat now that I've had this experience? Let's take a look. Agent secret now that I've had the experience of actually making some money off of them? No, I'm not going to do it. I respect a lot of people who are making good money off of this thing. Here's my big concern. So far, from my personal experience, the only thing I have been able to do is make money by selling their system, which is basically a classic MLM thing. Now, I've heard of other people who have made money selling other products, so obviously there is some money to be made. But the thing is that the primary way to make money from this thing is not by selling something else, it's by selling this system. And if that's the primary thing, then that's basically a classic MLM thing, where technically, yeah, you're selling something else. It's kind of like the vacation things, for example. You know, those vacation websites where they say, "Oh, you're getting a free vacation to whatever, blah blah blah," and you just have to sign up for a monthly fee for this service. And people do make money off of these things, but the fact of the matter is that it's not really about selling the vacation. It's really about just selling it. You make money by selling the service to somebody else. So, you know, look, I'll take the money if I'm going to make some money off of it. I'm not going to say no to money. But the fact remains that this is basically just an MLM system. And as an MLM system, it's not something that I would be comfortable recommending. With my own name at least. I will continue to collect the money off of the leads that come in. Anybody who keeps signing up, I'll keep getting money from them. Sure, why not? I'm not going to say no, but the fact remains that I just can't recommend something where basically the primary way you make money is by recruiting other people in the same system, because basically it's a house of cards. At some point, you get to a point where you can't keep recruiting new people in because there's only so many people to go around. And so the people who got in early are the ones who are going to make the most money. The people who get in later are going to make less and less money until it gets to the point where it kind of falls apart. And that's usually where the FTC goes ahead and shuts them down completely. So, you know, I'll ride it for a little while and see how things go. Keep making more money off of it. Sure, I'm happy to make some money. And if you do want to buy the system, feel free to use my affiliate link, which is down below in the description. But I am going to say right now, this is not the way to get rich online. This is a classic MLM, and yes, people make money on MLMs all the time, but ultimately, because the fact that the primary way you make money is by basically recruiting other people into the system, you're not really running a legit business here. And so for my money, no pun intended, but for my money, I can't recommend something where it's basically just kind of like a pyramid scheme. Technically, legally, for legal purposes, it may not be, because legally you can technically sell other stuff to these leads. And people are selling other stuff to these leads. People are making money off of these leads. So technically it's not illegal, but in practice, that's really the primary thing. Is basically you're just going to go ahead and keep emailing the same leads over and over again. One thing I will say, by the way, never, ever, 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 ever import these leads into your autoresponder. You will get your autoresponder shut down. Seriously, because you're going to get so many spam complaints. I ended up having to switch to a brand new sending domain because I had so many spam complaints. And now the domain that I had been using when I send out an email to like 6,000 people or something, basically the leads from here or whatever, I end up with like 70 people opening because it lands almost universally in the spam folder for almost everybody. So not worth importing into your system, but if you want to use their built-in system, you can use their built-in system and see if you make some money off of it.